Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be replacing a front center drag link on this 2002 Nissan Xterra. Okay, so here's a look at it. I picked it up online, free shipping for about $50, and you can see this is a pretty long part. It goes across the front end of the car. It goes from one tie rod end to the other. Then you have your steering knuckle, which actually hooks up to here from your pitman arm. And this thing's pretty long, so it's about 3 feet long, and I picked this up online, like I said, for free shipping, everything like $50. It was a pretty good deal. Now I do have a tie rod end and pitman arm puller here that I'm going to try to use to get this off. And the reason we got to change this out, when I first got the truck, you know, it steered okay. It had a little slop in it, but now you can see it's right there's the slop I have in it. And you know, you can't even, the wheels, they're not even moving. If I turn it some more, then the wheels will start to move. But you can actually hear it if I shake this enough. Actually, if I put the camera up here, you'll hear it clunking. Hear that? That's what we got to change out. And what I'm going to do is set the camera up under here, and I'm going to show you the part that's actually bad. You can actually see it moving. All right, so we got our camera set up here, and the part that's bad is actually the piece here that goes down into the pitman arm here. And if you look closely when I rock that steering wheel in there, you can see this here actually is moving around, so this link is bad. Let me go shake the wheel real quick. I think you can see that moving there. So that's what's bad. Now I'm going to shake the wheel really hard. And that there, my friend, is what we're going to be fixing today. Alright, I find the best way to get these off is to go ahead and block your back wheels, pull your emergency brake. And as you can see here, we got the driver's side wheel off. This is just going to make it a lot easier to get in here and get to these bolts and use this pitman arm tool. And of course, we got the passenger side off for the same issues. Now, as you can see on the driver's side here, I have this wheel turned all the way left. And you can see with the wheel turned all the way left, it gives me access in here to take out some of these car keys. And I got this one here off on the bottom, but the top one here, you know, it basically was rusted in there, but I can take a small drill bit and just drill that out and re-tap it. But I have easy access to these two bolts over here. So since I've already got the keys out, especially on the bottom here, we'll go ahead and loosen these up. All right, so the top one here is a 7/8, and I'm hoping this will be enough to break it loose, but we'll see. Give it a nice tug. I'm hoping it'll break loose and I can get this nut clear off without this whole thing turning, because that's a lot of issues that people get into. And by the way, I have a video on how to stop that from happening. So let me go ahead and see if we can break this loose. 1, 2, 3. Oh! It ain't coming. All right, so I got a breaker bar here. We'll go ahead and try this. Get the right angle. All right, let's try this. 1, 2, 3. There, okay, that got it. And some of it is because of that Carter key still in there. All right, let's see if the Harbor Freight one will continue here. It's going. Good news. All right. Oh, she's fighting me. It's because it's a Saturday. It's not going to let my weekend be nice and easy. Alright, it's coming. Boy, it made me put some muscle into it though. At this point, whatever you do, do not bang on this, because if you pop this out of this, you are SOL. Make sure this stays in there until you get it off. All right, I think we got it. There we go. All right, so Alright, so that's off. Like I said, I can re-drill that hole out for the pen. So that's off there. And you see the good news is that did not pop out, because when these pop out, this thing starts to spinning up here. These, you know, you're pretty much in trouble. So this is always good to leave these in here before you hit them and knock them out. So let's go ahead and get the bottom one here. I'll try it with my Harbor Freight tool. This one is a 3/4 inch. You don't have to use a deep well, you can use a regular socket. I just grabbed what was convenient. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. All right, you know, I was tightening it. What am I doing? All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Heat must be getting to me. I was trying to tighten that up. All right, so this one come off a lot easier. All right, this is wonderful. That means our Pitman arm tool may actually just pop this right off. If it does, boy, that'll make my day just wonderful. I'll have enough Saturday left over to go flying. So there's that nut, that's off. All right, so there's that. All right, so on this side, it looks like I might actually be able to get this key out, or clip, whatever you want to call it, cut a key out without, because it's got a lot of oil on this side. That'll be great. I can reuse this one because I don't have any more of these, and I'm gonna have to go buy some more. Oh, great. Okay, so that one's out. So this nut may actually come off pretty easy. Hey, it's the little things that make your life so much easier. All right, I think this one might come out. We'll see. Boy, did I get lucky there or what? All right, it's out. All right, so let's go ahead and see if this will come off on this one here. I'll make sure this time I'm turning the right direction. Get the angle just right. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I think we got a winner. Here we go. A lot of times these things here go bad. This part that comes down here, I forget what they call it, but mine seem to be okay. Pretty interesting setup. All right, so I think we all right, so there's that. All right, let's go ahead and try to get this bottom one. Of course, I'll have to go in and turn this a little bit more this way. All right, on this side, we can't use this deep well here because there's not enough room because you got your sway bar, so we had to get a shorter socket and put on there. This is a 3/4 inch. All right, let's see if we can get this off here. Should break loose. All right, I did it again. I tried to tighten it. What's wrong with me today? Okay, straight this way. There we go. All right, so this here will be our last nut, and we're ready to pop this off by using that Pitman arm tool, tie rod end tool. We'll see how good it works. All right. Come on. Come on. It's going to fight me to the last millimeter, I tell you. All right. So there's that. All right, so that wasn't too bad. So now we'll go ahead and grab our tool and see what we can do here. All right, so I figured I'd go ahead and use this tie rod and Pitman arm puller that I bought at Harbor Freight. I've had for quite some time, and this will work on a lot of bigger cars, but it will not work on this, and I'll show you why. And as you can see here on the bottom, this does not have enough bite. It will not stay on there. You can see this is just not close enough right here, so this will not work. It will not even work on the bottom right here because it's in the way right here on the tie rod end. It's hitting the bottom of this down here. So it's a little tight there. But what you got to do is just basically take a hammer and beat these. You can knock them off with a hammer if you don't have a tool. But what I usually do is find, you know, today's tools are pretty cheap. For a job like this, and this is why I probably pretty much recommend, I got this for 50 bucks. You can pick up this online. You can see this is a tie rod and Pitman puller. And you can see here's the one I had before. Well, this is the one that came with the kit. I have a second one and I keep off the side. But this one here is a lot smaller here, so this should work a lot better. And also you have this here where you can force stuff loose. But I think it's a lot easier to use something like this a lot of times on jobs. And if you search around online, a lot of times you can find these on sale. So this is what I'm going to use on this particular car. Alright, so we got our tool set up on the top here on the tie rod end. Let's go ahead and see if this will take it loose. Alright. What I was going to say is if it gets into a bind, it feels like it doesn't want to come off, take your hammer and just kind of tap that, because a lot of times it'll pop these right off. So that's great. We got this off, and we'll check the tie rod in here and see if it's... Yeah, it's pretty good shape. I can't find any play in it. So, alright, so there's that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can get this one off. We adjust that. Make sure it's centered pretty good. And I figured we'd just go ahead and do the opposite side since we have our tool already out, same size socket, because I'm not sure if we'll get if it'll work on the bottom or not. I'm trying to get it centered just right. Alright, here we go. Let me grab my little hammer too. Alright, I want to tap this a little bit. Now, I tell you, even with this tool here, it's just close enough to get on the bottom of this to have a good grip. So I'm sure Nissan has their own specific tool for this. Alright, so there we go. I actually didn't think this tool would actually hold up, but it's held up fairly well for 50 bucks. Can't beat it. And you can see these are just wide enough here to grip the bottom of this guy here. So we'll knock that out of there real quick. Check this tie rod in. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Yeah, I know I can move it, but still there's no play in it up and down or anything. So, alright, so there's that. So I'm going to see if this tool will actually reach on the bottom right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is see if this tool will actually reach on this side. The other side, it's got this sway bar end link in the way. Boy, that's just going to... That just might work. Let's go ahead and try this and see. It's gonna be close. I get it centered just right. We'll try it and see what we get. Alright, I think you can still see that there. Alright, let's see if this will knock this loose. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work on this bottom. It's just too small. No, it's not going to work. It's slipping off. Alright, so I know this tool here will work on the top of these tie rod ends, but on the bottom here, we're probably going to have to find another tool, or we can just take a hammer and hit this and probably just break this loose. But let me see if I can find one more other thing here. Okay, so what I've had to do is actually break out the biggest tool I got, and I actually have the forks up here, and we're just going to pop it up like this. And I apologize if the light's not perfect because it's kind of tight under here. Alright, let's go ahead and knock this off, see if it'll break loose. Well, pretty good. See, if you just hit that a couple times, you'd be surprised how... So that works pretty good. So this is the one I had to use on that one there. So let's hope there's enough room on the other side. As you can see, that sucker's loose. So let's go to the other side, and we only got that other side to do. We get that one off, and this thing will be ready to come off. All right, so on this side, go ahead and take this clear out for now and let it just kind of drop down, because what we want to do is push this clear all the way over like that. And what this will do, this will allow us to move this clear out of the way so we don't have to worry about the bottom of the sway bar, and we can go ahead and get the same tool on this side. And now you can see we got a nice grip there. And now we'll go ahead and break this loose. And here we go. All right, let's muscle into here. It should come off fairly easy. There we go. And now we can just take the whole thing out. All right, so there's that. Go ahead and pull this out. I'll probably have to get up under the front there and lift up on it. Like this. And out it comes. And there it is, my friends. And you can see this side here. Spin that around. Here. Pretty bad. That side's tight. Ugh. But this definitely was the side that's bad. So there we go. All right, so we'll match these up. Here's the old one. There's the new one. Everything looks good. And I can move that up and down. And the part number on this is LTDS80593. All right, so let's go ahead and put the new one on. All right, I think you can see that. We got it on the top here. I got my bolts kind of loose. I started this one on first and went on the other side and slid it on. And here's a look at this side. There's a lot more room over here to slide this on to this piece here. You can actually turn this and it'll slide right in. The other side's a little tight, so I'll put the other side on first, then come over here and put all this together over here. And as I said, I was going to drill that out, and we got that out. And now we'll go ahead and put our tie rod in on. It should go in fairly easy. Now I get everything pretty loose right now, just so I can get everything started. And there's that. We'll put our nut on top here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little oil on here just to make it go in a little bit better. And we'll put a little grease on there just to keep it from rusting also. Alright everyone, here is the passenger side. It's done. It's all hooked up. On the driver's side, I had a little trouble, but I'll show you what I did. Alright guys, on this side I had a little trouble. I got this nut halfway down and this whole tie rod end started spinning around, so what I had to do is, since it gave me attitude, I gave it attitude back. I put a jack there and I got a stick up under there pushing up on that, and that'll allow me to tighten up that nut. Just like that. Take that. Alright, so we got our cotter keys in here on this side, and everything is done. I got everything torqued down. I did find a couple different torque specs, but basically anywhere from about 35 foot-pounds to about 89 foot-pounds. And if you get these, if you've worked on vehicles long enough, if you get these nuts tightened down, you'll know when they're tight enough. As long as you can get the cotter keys in there, you're in good shape. But other than that, this is done. Now all we gotta do is put the wheels on it and take it for a test spin or test drive and see how it is. But I can tell you right now, I can feel a big difference in the steering wheel. Check this out. Now when I come up here and do this, I don't have any play anymore. It's good and tight. I know you probably can't, but I can tell it's just a big difference. So I'm glad we got that done. So let's take it for a ride and see how it feels. All right, everyone. Boy, I tell you what a difference. You wouldn't think that little bit of play in that drag link would make the car feel like it's swaying a little bit, but man, it's tight now. Barely have to turn the wheel. It stays on the road. So this worked out really well. So this helped you out. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know where you're watching from. And I guess we'll take a nice little spin here on this hot Sunday summer day in the cold AC Xterra. So thanks for watching, guys. Until my next video, I'll see you later.